But devil and your own thoughts, these get mixed up and you just can't understand which one is which, right? When Prophet Yusuf was being convinced by Zulaikha to participate in the shameful act, Shaitan was also present there, thinking that his plan might work. But Allah had different plan. He saved his beloved Prophet and foiled the attempts of Shaitan. But this is not the case always. There have been many cases and examples in humanity where the plans of Shaitan, the devil, executed perfectly and he was able to successfully carry out his plan and destroyed the person in question. One such terrifying story is of Barsisa. He was one of the Israelites and he was a saint, a person who people looked up to, respected, because he was such a great worshipper and he always controlled his nafs. But what happened to him will shake you from inside, because this is one of the most terrifying stories I have ever read. By the end of this story, you will start questioning yourself. You won't take the attempts of the devil lightly, and you will become a more vigilant believer by the end of this story. So Barsisa was a great worshipper, as I told you in the beginning. He was well known as a pious man. But what happened will completely shake your whole understanding of how the devil works. So, one day, two brothers came to Barsisa and they had to go to a holy battle, to participate in a holy battle, and they could not take their sister with them. So they asked Barsisa to keep their sister with him because they trusted him. Because Barsisa was a man who was known for his piety. Now they trusted this man, and Barsisa was very vigilant. He was a 100% vigilant person. He did not let any plan of Shaitan work for him, and he avoided situations where he could be trapped by the devil's plans. So he clearly stated that no, I cannot do this. This has risk because it involves a person of the opposite gender. I cannot live with her. I can't provide for her. I can't help you in this situation. So it was very difficult for Barsisa to say this, but he did because he had such a great degree of iman. He did not let his internal desires take over him. But how Shaitan takes this man down will shock you. After a few days, Barsisa was thinking, and Shaitan was basically telling him that, what have you done? You've been so impolite. You're such a worshipper of God, and you've been impolite to one of his creations. So you should go there, repent, say sorry to them, and let them give you their sister for taking care of. Now, he was not told this directly. Shaitan did not tell him that do this, keep her, it's fine. No. He comes in steps. That's why God in the Quran says, beware of the khutawat shaitan, the footsteps of the devil, because Shaitan comes in steps. Now, the devil, came up with a plan. He told Barsisa that, okay, don't keep her with you in your house. What you have to do is you just get another smaller house, which was there actually, and get that sister in the house where you can provide her food from the outside, and she may live peacefully until their brothers will come and they'll get her position back. Now, this was the plan, and Barsisa accepted it, and that's why he went there to the brothers and told them, okay, I'm going to keep her, I'm going to take care of her. Please go to the battle and fight in the name of God. Now, this happened, and they went away to another city, leaving their sister under the care of Barsisa. Days passed, and Barsisa did exactly what the devil told him to do. Of course, he did not know it was a devil, because if he knew he was a worshipper, he could have simply said A'udhu Billah and he would have vanished. But devil and your own thoughts, these get mixed up and you just can't understand which one is which, right? Now, when they went, Barsisa used to go there. There was a gate, right? On the periphery of the house, the boundary of the house, there was a gate, and he used to keep the food on the gate and make some noise for her to know that the food is there so that she can get it and eat it. He did not talk to her because he knew that it opens the gates for further interaction and then whatnot. Now, the devil, came back to Barsisa. I told you he comes in steps, right? He is very patient. After a few days, the devil came to Barsisa and said, "Isn't it too difficult? Aren't you putting the girl in such a difficult situation? She is under your care anyway, right? So you are making her come all the way from inside the house, and people are watching her come outside the house and open the gate and get the food and then go back. So you're just bothering her too much. You shouldn't do it because it's not good." Now, Barsisa accepted that again. Now, the devil is not saying anything haram, right? He is just doing everything in the garb of halal, right? And he was convinced by it. So what he did was, instead of putting the food away from her, he tried to put the food at the door, like near where she was. There is this door in the house, like at the house, and then there is the gate, right? Earlier he used to put the food at the gates. Now he has come nearer. This is how devil gets you nearer to haram. And he is now putting the food near the door. After a few days, the devil came again. He said, "What kind of a rude person you are. You worship God who commands that everybody should be respected. We should make other people's day happier and cheerful. Why are you not talking to that girl? She is under your care, right? You should try to make her happy. You should try to make her laugh." He went and he accepted that again, and now he is not only giving the food but also trying to have a little bit chat with her. And this worked. She was also getting involved. She was also talking to Barsisa, but this was happening all behind barriers. Like he was outside the door and just passing the food and just having a little chat. How's the weather? How are you? Like that. Because he still has this fear of God. He still knows that I don't want to go near something where there is a possibility of doing something haram. Now, what happened will shock you. Shaitan came again after a few days. And now he's saying that, again, it's a little bit rude. You should go near her, comfort her, act like a big brother to her or something. Because she hasn't talked to anyone in months. It had been months since her brothers went away. So the devil just told him to give the girl a company. And he understood. He knew that, okay, it's fine, it's good, right? I should give her company, and I'm a pious man. I can't be fooled by the devil. So he went there, started talking, having tea. Conversations began and things went on. And then what happened was what was feared. Barsisa makes the first move. Things escalate. In a matter of few days, they commit zina. After a few days, Barsisa finds out that she had fallen pregnant. He gets scared and he thinks to himself, what if her brothers return today and find out that this is the state of their sister? What are they going to do to me? Because I was given the charge of her safety. The devil came again. This time, he came to Barsisa as a person, as a counselor, as someone who gives advice and trying to protect him in the situation. He said, why don't you just do away with her? Why don't you kill her? Because because when they are going to return, they are going to find this out and they're going to escalate this matter. You're going to be behind the bars or maybe even killed for this, for committing adultery. But you know what? When you get enough trained by the devil, you kind of become the devil. So Barsisa thought that if I kill her now, it would be too inhuman because there is a child that is growing inside her. There's a human being that's growing inside her, right? He was kind of pro-life. But, the devil knew that, and he was waiting not just one murder, but two, because the devil asked him to wait. Few months pass, and then there was a baby. The devil said, why don't you do away with both of them? Because when the brothers are going to return, they're going to find this baby with their sister, and things are not going to look very good for you. So just kill them and just bury them. So just think about this. From being a pious worshipper who avoided any kind of contact with anyone, to a person who is not just had committed adultery but also is going to do murder. Twice he does that. But this is not all. Don't think that this is all. Because he, the devil, is still hungry for more. As the Quran says that the devil, the shaitan, is your clear enemy. He's not going to stop you from doing bad things once you have reached a certain level of evilness. He's going to make you do the worst thing possible. And what is that? Disbelief. When the brothers arrive and they find that their sister is nowhere near Barsisa, in the place where they kept her, they go to Barsisa and ask what's the matter. Barsisa was again told by the devil, his advisor, that just tell them that she died and because of some illness, and I just buried her, and very unfortunate thing happened. The brothers were told this lie by Barsisa, and you know what? They believed it. Barsisa thought that whoever is giving him this advice is just working perfectly. He did not know that it was shaitan. He was just thinking that it's his own thoughts. It's his own mastermind. He's being his own mastermind. Now, shaitan has been given some powers also, right? His aim is to destroy humanity, to bring humanity to its lowest level possible. What the devil did the next night was that it came in the form of their sisters. And both of the brothers saw her in dreams. So basically, shaitan took the form of their sister and came to their dreams. So when they wake up, one of the brothers tell the other that I saw my sister and she was saying that this is not what happened to me. Please just dig me up and find out what's there. And the next brother is surprised because he says that he saw the same dream. Now this was something extraordinary because both of the brothers saw the same dream about their sister. They went and did what the devil, their sister, told them to do. They dug up the grave and find out not just their sister, but also a baby inside. They go to Barsisa and tell him what's the matter. And they just grabbed his beard and asked him, what did you do to our sister? He was speechless because he knew that they had found out. The matter is escalated to the court. Barsisa was dragged to the court. And of course, he was sentenced death. But again, the devil did not stop there. He wanted Barsisa to commit the most heinous crime that is humanly possible, which is shirk, associating anybody with God. While Barsisa was taken to his death, the capital punishment, the devil appeared to him in the form of a human being. Now, this was clear that he was just appearing in front of him. This was the first time he was appearing to him as a human. He says, I'm your advisor, I'm your well wisher, and I was the one who was putting all these thoughts in your head. And now I'm the one who's going to save you in this situation, like I've always saved you. Barsisa said, what's your plan? What are you going to tell me to do? The devil said, I'll tell you, but bow down to me, prostrate in front of me, make sajda to me. Barsisa knew that he's going to be dead anyway, so he made the sajda, committed shirk. Barsisa not only died, he died as a disbeliever. From a saint, from a pious man who people thought was so safe to even put their sisters with. And they knew that he's not going to harm them. To a person who did not just die as a criminal, he died as a murderer, an adulterer, and a mushrik, and a polytheist. This was the story of Barsisa. Something that makes your heart tremble. Share this story and click the subscribe button if you're here.